Would you trust someone completely in just a few hours? But what if it cost you your life? Lena thought she had found love that night, but she was actually a sacrifice. Lena ran away from home and was left alone on the streets. She was hungry, exhausted, and hopeless for days. One night, while sitting alone in an abandoned park, she met a handsome and mysterious young man. His name was Adrian. He was tall, pale, and unusually kind to her. For the first time in years, Lena felt warmth. Adrian bought her food, listened to her talk for hours, and in just a few hours, she completely trusted him. "I can take you home if you want. You have nothing to fear," Adrian said. And without hesitation, Lena decided to go with him. Adrian took Lena to a massive, ancient mansion. The moment they stepped inside, everything felt strange. There were 12 other people in the house, all tall, elegant, and wearing unusual clothing. All eyes turned to Lena, as if they were staring at a meal. Adrian leaned close to Lena's ear and whispered,
"Tonight is a special night, but don't be afraid. You're safe with me."
As midnight passed, everyone gathered in a grand hall. In the center of the room, there was an ancient stone altar, directly beneath the skylight, where the full moon shone brightly. Adrian took Lena's hand and led her toward the altar. "Tonight, we honor an ancient tradition," he said, but a chill ran down Lena's spine. Adrian and the others were staring at her, and their eyes were slowly turning red. That's when it all made sense. This wasn't a party, it was a ritual.
A sacrifice must be made. And tonight, that's you, Lena.
Lena wanted to scream, but she was frozen in fear. Adrian's teeth started to grow longer. Behind him, the others had fully transformed into vampires. Their eyes glowed blood red. Their skin was pale, and their fangs gleamed in the candlelight. One of them grabbed Lena's wrist and pushed her onto the altar. Lena had to think fast. With a trembling voice, she whispered, "Do you really have to do this? Let me go." But Adrian only smiled.
Don't be afraid, Lena. This is just a ritual.
But Lena didn't wait. She jerked her hand free, fell to the ground, and knocked over a large candle. Flames erupted, spreading rapidly as she ran for her life. Lena ran, her face covered in tears, gasping for air. But the doors were locked, and the windows were sealed with iron bars. Adrian and the others closed in on her fast. Just as they were about to grab her, a voice rang out from outside. "Lena!" Her father's voice. She turned to see the door breaking open. Her father and older brother stormed inside with guns. Adrian and the vampires hissed, stepping back. Lena, using her last bit of strength, ran into her father's arms, screaming, "Get me out of here!" Just as she reached them, Adrian narrowed his eyes and whispered,
"We couldn't take you tonight, but Lena, one day, you will return to us."
The first gunshot rang out, hitting the ceiling. Lena was pulled outside, escaping just in time. Lena, still crying, returned home. When her mother opened the door, Lena collapsed into her arms and sobbed, "I'm so sorry, I want to come home."